Next in my police car lineup are these two Matchbox police vehicles. Now these are just regular $1 cars. They're not really very fancy. They're not super nice. Not as nice as the green light ones or the Johnny Lightning or even the Matchbox Collector, which I talked about before. These are just very basic. You could get these at the dollar store. But of course, they're police cars and I had to get them. This one here actually came in a 5-pack. So this was a Matchbox 5-pack that I cracked open and this was inside. So it wasn't packaged, separately on its own for $1, but it came out, of course, to like $1.20. The price of this was $1.20. The cool thing about this one is you could see inside, so you could see the police computer in there. Can you see that? Where they look up, they run your plates and put in your social and all that stuff. It's not the greatest police car, but it is a Chevy Caprice Classic. You can't go wrong with the Chevy Caprice Classic, right? I mean, come on. You gotta have, if you're gonna have a police car, you gotta have a Chevy Caprice, right? So the 70-year anniversary, right? So both of these have the 70 on the rear fender. So that's what that 70 is for, on the rear fender there. It's because of the anniversary of Matchbox. They both come in this silver color. So the 70-year anniversary models came in this color. And you notice the accent, the trim here, the highlight around the wheels, they both have that, right? The castings are obviously different because they're two different cars. This is the Ford Interceptor. So remember, this is not the Ford Crown Victoria Interceptor. It's a different Ford, which was also used as a police car and called the Ford Police Interceptor. So it's not like these classic ones here. This one's easier to see on the inside because it's tinted blue, but you could see right through it. And it's easy to see the stuff on the dashboard, the computer, the steering column, and the steering wheel. This one is tinted a very dark smoke. Well, you could even really just call this a black tint. And so it's very difficult to see inside. If you can look through the window here, I'm trying to get a good angle. You can see what is probably either the rear view mirror or the visor maybe, I'm not really sure. And you could also see the computer on the inside. But I mean, honestly, there's no way to really get a good look at it because it's all dark. It's tinted black. It's a very dark smoke, but it looks black. And it's very difficult to look on the inside. But it has the computer. Just like this one, it has the computer on the inside. And so the inside does get some decent detail. They both have lights, but I wouldn't really call these police lights. They just match it with the, windshield in the windows. It's like part of the same apparatus. It's just one solid plastic piece. So this has a blue tinted light apparatus on top, and this has more of a smoke or black setup on top. They don't really look too much like police lights. As far as here's the rear. On this one, notice it's painted with a lot of detail. You have the Ford badge, and then you have the rear lights. This is really more simple and basic. No paint at all, nothing on there. And the front is the same. So you do have some paint here on the lights, and this one, which came in the 5-pack, has nothing. So super basic cars, but I'm going to add them to my police lineup here. Right, so now these are my Matchbox, Chevy Caprice, and Ford Interceptor police cars.